guys, my name is Reno. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build episode. In this episode we are tackling Bargain Bend, which is the only empty lot in the neighborhood we are currently renovating. And it's also the second to last lot that we will be renovating, at least in this style, in Willow Creek. The last one is the BFF household that's just across the street, and we'll get that in the next speed build episode. But for now we are focusing on this one. I kind of wanted to change things up a little bit, and I initially wanted it to be also just a one-story house, but then opted, because of the length of the whole lot, I opted to go for a two-story house and just not have all things cramped up in one space down below. So I kind of went with, in the end I realized it was kind of a retro style build with this kind of overhang with the platform, but I still kept it. I thought it was kind of working nicely, and it added certain individualism, if I can say it like that, from the other houses, because all of them were in the end just one-story houses, and this is the first out of the two-story houses in this neighborhood. What I'm doing now is I'm kind of trying to make things work out. I'm trying to see how things will work the best, because the shape in itself is very simple, but I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to lay it out properly, and that I wouldn't be able to find a good enough layout for the build itself. I was working a lot with these mosquito windows. I tried to make them work, but in the end didn't really manage to. And at least initially, in the end, I did manage to work them out nicely, as much as I could, of course, because I didn't want them to seem all that cluttered up, because initially there were a lot of windows, there was just a lot going on. I also tried to go with different windows that also didn't work out in my favor in the end, and then I just left it as is. I went also with a different color scheme than the usual color scheme I used in the previous 3 houses, which you will see later on. It's more of an orangey yellow vibe that I was going for, but also kept it as minimalistic as possible. Again, it kind of leans towards retro in some points, but there I just went with it. It's the same thing that happened with the second house, I do believe, with the Crick Cabana one, where I just got caught with a nice Japanese inspiration and I just went with the flow. So this is essentially what happened with this build as well. Anyway, I won't ramble all that much. I will leave you to enjoy the speed build and see you guys once more towards the end of it. Doing this voiceover in post-production made me aware of one small detail, and that's the fact that I had to do the recordings on 2 separate days, and it turns out that I didn't press the record button hard enough for the last portion of this speed build, so my recording program didn't even catch it and didn't record. But what you basically missed out on is just me adding a hot tub. I just decorated the pool a little bit, and that's about it. Of course, I added some essential greenery around the entire house, and that's about it. So the footage that's missing is maybe 2 to 3 minutes long, nothing too big of a deal. And I will, of course, as always, post pictures on my Simstagram at simbuildsbyrhea, so you can definitely check it out there. And also I will upload this to the gallery under Bewitched by Stars, so you can download it and see it for yourself. And honestly, let that be a little surprise for you, just a little teaser, so you can go and see it for yourself. So with my deepest apologies for messing up the recording, I do thank you for watching this speed build. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of retro meets modern look of this house. I am personally a big fan, and maybe you can even consider it that this house was built here before the others, and that the owners just decided to keep some of the retro flair and add a modern touch to it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. In case you like this video, why don't you leave a like, and also why don't you comment down below, maybe even subscribe if you like this video or generally the content I put out. It means a ton to me if you would, and it only takes a couple of seconds as well. I already said where you can find me on my socials. There's also my other Instagram and my Twitter account, if you want to follow those by chance as well. And that's it from me for this episode. Again, I apologize, and at the same time, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!